Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot oracle, your daily insight on life and love for June 15th, 2022. Also being time is holy crap. We're at the, would you call this like the exact middle of the year? Are we like halfway done now? No, probably not. Probably 2 weeks ago. Forget my moment of middle of the middle. No, not quite like that. But anyway, so this is a general collective reading. Don't force this to fit your life. You can always let it fall away. You can ask questions about booking a private reading or any of the services I provide. On the main page, there should be a description that has an email address. You can also find me at Raising Sevak, so the @ RAISINGSEVAK. No numbers or punctuation or underscores. Any website. Any social platform, but TikTok at LLC at the end. All right, again, don't force this to fit your life. This is general collective, but this is what's going on with the collective right now. It's kind of a mess, but with good reason. Yeah, okay. This is what I'm looking at with you. All right, let's break this down. We have the King of Swords and Temperance in reverse. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. We have the Hermit and we have the Lovers. Both are upright. Yay, good times, party all around, cancel out everything else. No, not quite so much. This is chaos, a mess. This is somebody who has gotten in a low place. It definitely feels like this person is in a low place and messy, sloppy, all of that. And I'm not even giving you crap for it. I get it. You're not in the best place. Whatever this is, if this is you or somebody that you're dealing with, somebody's not in a good place at all. I know, big shock, but this is talking about somebody has, it feels like they've done something that they wish that they hadn't done, that they wish that they didn't resort to. For some people, this might be some sort of relapse or overindulgence. For some, they may have jumped shark on this, and I don't know, it almost feels like impulsiveness. This, again, maybe you, this might be somebody that you're dealing with, but this has hurt this person exponentially. They are in the crap, and this has affected their life choices. They have to really take a solid look at their life choices, and it's with the Hermit, so it's all about looking inward. It's enlightenment, it's information, it's all these wonderful bits. This is somebody who, despite everything, is on the top of the mountain. So, okay, the chaos and the messiness is what they're experiencing after they have just gone through some sort of craziness in their life or some sort of major stressor in their life. So that's looking back at, oh, well, what was that crap? I mean, come on. So in order not to be in that crap again, you gotta look at your life decisions and choices, what's before you on this. Good golly, I tells you what. Gemini energy all around this. This could be a time frame. It could be a type of person in your life, or just maybe it's the characteristics of a Gemini. The gems, what do you want? All right, so information coming in about your life choices and the circumstances this is drawn about it. You're not going to get caught in the woe is me, but you are going to be very hesitant about the next step, because what I'm seeing here with this beautiful little monstrosity in reverse, they're done with the flipping karmic situation. They want this Two of Cups energy in their life. They want something that is highly emotionally fulfilling. They're also afraid to take the steps to do that because they know, this is going to be a lot. This is juggling a lot, and they know they have to move the heck on in their life in order to make this happen. They have to be able to let a part of their life go. And I know that that's kind of bitter to say. It's not done with a bitter attitude. It's just like, that's not something that you want to hear, that you have to let something go. Maybe this is something that you've held on to for quite some time. We have the celebration card here. And all right, so moving on. There's some sort of a graduation in this moving on. So I want to talk about endings and beginnings and dark nights of the soul, because you have to see this happening. If not even on yourself, look at the world. That is some dark night of the soul crap that's going on there. That's something that, as I'm sitting here and talking to you, I can't really deny it, because holy crap, that's a lot. Another pandemic, stuff and things. All right. You have to find a new way of living. And what you don't want to leave behind is probably the very thing about you that you need to kind of address and let yourself let go. All right. This is where it does feel like this is it for you, not the finale of your life. No. This change that you are stepping into, this rebirth, it feels like victory all around. Your spirit team is cheering you on, and it's because you finally stopped stomping on your own feet. And I honestly feel like this might have some sort of an emotional outpouring that feels like tears of relief, like you're on your hands and your knees and you're just thankful that you made it through this. Because God, that was excruciating. There is recovery that has to happen with this, though, because look at what we have right here. We have the High Priestess. Do we have the Emperor in here too? Do we have the Emperor? No, we have the King of Swords, but he's on his keister. Okay. So this is you and your emotional confidence going through the roof. That, you know, the High Priestess is somebody who knows their worth. They're not going to settle for less. They've gone through whatever they need to go through. They've gone through the ascension, the rite of passage. Somebody who is going to always stand in their truth, and who's going to stand in their truth and see really what that truth allows them to acquire. It feels like everything's coming together for this. This is a major shift that is happening in your life. I really love this. So, okay, you have major choices that you have to kind of look at right here. Tell me, what is it that you have to leave behind? What you thought was going to be a new beginning, because it looks like in the transmutation of what was going on inside of you for this new beginning, outside of this new beginning, you already found the balance. So this new beginning is not essential for you now. You don't have to wear this. You don't have to have this being adorned on you. The balance being restored in you. You did this outside of whatever the influence was. And here we go. Oh, what is this going to involve with you? Some of you are going through a major career shift. Oh. Some of you are starting your own business. Some of you are having a change in business. Some people are getting all of the awesomeness of the finances and the support in business. This is going to have long-term around it. There's a lot of windfall that's coming your way. If it's not business related, you just have a major gift from Spirit, like a fist bump from Spirit, just telling you about how amazing you did and how you have all these gifts now. So what is it that you are leaving behind? Okay. You're leaving behind the hopeless, the hell. You escaped, thank God. You're leaving behind dead ends, because I feel like part of the reason why this was dead ends for you is because it's because relying on outside forces, I know that you're going to hate hearing that you couldn't rely on anybody, because you couldn't rely on anybody. They had way too many things that were going on in their life. They had to put themselves as a priority over you. But also for some of you, it was this empty promise to begin with, and it was never going to pan out. And you already had your reservations about this person. So you were lucky to kind of get away from them, and I pretty much can guarantee soon you'll find out why. All right, I'm getting to get a spirit message for you. So your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, when you plead and beg, that will only lead to more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith of a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty so that you'll be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace and understanding and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both of you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intentionally and intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our top priority. Okay, so for some of you, you have to let an old dream die. One that has been proven to do nothing but cause you and others pain and agony right now, or even recently. Maybe not in this now moment, but recently. And I know that it seems like, well, I fought for this long. Well, why not stick it out? You're wasting your time. And it's not a test to see how much time you can waste. Spirit will have something continuously shut its door in front of you and hurt you until you learn to let it go. And I think that's kind of what you're experiencing right now. Spirit doesn't want you to hurt. You're not here to be punished. You're not here to suffer. And any sacrifice you could have done is already done, and you don't need to sacrifice any more of yourself. So it's time to stop what you're doing. Stop feeding into a dead dream that does nothing but cause you pain and suffering. Start to feed into something new. That's going to yield a lot of windfall. It's material gains. It's not holding yourself back anymore. Let's see. Not holding yourself back. I do think that you're diving headfirst into this, not even thinking that it's going to lead to a new beginning. Honestly, part of what I'm seeing here is you're just diving deep first. Okay. You're diving headfirst into this, just thinking that, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I no longer exist. Sorry, dude. Throw yourself into this, because you're going to be experiencing a brand new start that you don't even think that you're ready for now. You're not ready. You're never going to be ready. That's the kicker. Guess what? Just because you don't think that you're ready, that's not going to stop life from happening for you and to you and because of you. You have to be an active participant in this. So ready or not, life is happening and wants to transmute itself through you, transmute itself even for you. So you don't think that you're ready. It's because that you're not, and you're starting at zero. And whether you like it or not, kicking and screaming, your life is going to progress. But the actions that you take in the now is going to dictate the direction in which it goes. So are you going to try to stick to the tried and true and the devil that you know, or are you going to step into the unknown and let yourself be uncomfortable and get addressed with new things in life? That's where actually the growth happens. But you have a lot to gain from making the positive change in your life. So I'm being pulled to the angel therapy. What does this want to tell you? Serenity was initially seen. I didn't take it out. What's this right here? Why are all these... God, this is what I get for having a Merlin's desk. What are you to know about the other path that you will be going towards, or that you'll hopefully be going towards? Let's see. Let's see. What do you need to know? Miracles, divine timing, and listening. Nope, I still feel like there's one more in here. Hang on. Playfulness. Yay, life is good. So I see that your intuitive faculties will be opening. You will be more clairaudient. Unless you're deaf, then you become clairaudient. Please let me know how that goes. But your clairs are going to be opening up. And I see that this, if you didn't do what you did before, you wouldn't have been prepared for this. But I think that with all that you've been through, this miracle that's coming into your life, that's like a divine clicking into place, it's almost going to be anticlimactic. I think that you'll be playful with this. And I also feel like you're going to get a lot of playful signs around you that are going to demand that you take life less seriously. I can dig it. Okay. What else? What else with the clairs? Reward yourself. Honestly, I feel like that's more of a vacation statement than anything else. You just went through something. Why don't you go to the beach? Go to the beach, go on a hike, go do your thing. Yeah, let's do this. It's not romantic. Weddings are all about commitment and unions. Commitment and union. Commitment to this new path, this new journey, this new life. Your soul has come full circle. So get ready to see some changes in the company that you keep. This could be a change of peers, family, friends, lovers, but there's going to be a change in the group that you keep around you, the people that you decide to entertain. It seems positive. These people are going to actually be more in alignment with you. Hello. That was so fucking cute. I'm still here. So anyway, we have the reward yourself. There's a new commitment that's underway that is going to change the people that you keep yourself around. And I want you to know that they actually have your best interest at heart. These are going to be new people. Absolutely new. If you are reconciling with a single soul in your life, you kind of got to know that it's been a long time since you guys have talked and you guys are completely different people. When I say reconcile, it's not romantic. This is not romantic. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because some pretty unsavory things that have transpired recently. So the steady progress. This isn't going to be just a party that you walk into. Everything about your life is going to be going through a transmutation right now. Whatever you have been putting out for the last few years is coming towards you, and it's going to change your environment. This is not part of the dream that is dying. This is what's coming because of what you were calling out for in the dream that was already dying. More cards. Ooh. What can you see with that one? Okay. Kind of reset up everything over there. We have this. Wow. Take two on the second part. So I was drawing some more cards. I got an important phone call and I had to answer, but I'm back. So this is what came out New grounds and territories being laid, and it's going to be something that you kind of have to get creative with, because not everything that you are going to want to do is going to come to fruition, and that's going to kind of knock you back. This is a challenge to see if this new path is what you really want, and it's going to force you to think outside the box and to maybe be a little bit less apathetic. Yeah, I said what I said. You have to start choosing yourself in this one and start feeding into your own confidence and your abilities and what you can do, and let that be the foundation. So this is going to be something that kind of opens up an entirely new world to you. It's going to be involving the I want to say the solar plexus. Yeah. It's going to need a lot of discipline and persistence on your part. You got to stop holding yourself back. It's going to take you consistency, because I do see that you will want to retreat. But what keeps you on this new path of yours is the fact that not everything for you feels like it has to be a fight. So this is, it seems like you're entering into a time of discipline, peace. You are changing all of your circumstances, and you are letting the old dream die, which for some of you is really hard to hear. You are stepping into a new dream, and this one is going to be something better than what you could have imagined, but it's also going to require your patience and compassion, because you're so used to having to be defensive or having your guard up or not being able to connect. So if you have more questions about what's going on with you, getting in more detail, seeing where it's going to lead you, or just having readings in general, or if you have questions about the other services, i.e. coaching, hypnosis, Reiki, all of them, DM me, see what might be right for you, and check time zones, pricings, and availability. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated, and these changes that you have to make for yourself are not to be painful. They'll be highly uncomfortable, but it's not meant to be painful. The more that you go along this path, and the more that you surrender to the new path, the more easy it will be for you. But it'll still be uncomfortable, but it's absolutely well worth it. Again, ask questions if you have, ask questions if you have questions about booking a private reading or any of the services. All right, get back to work. Bye. Okay, we're on day 9, and it's the law of relativity. This universal law states that each person receives a series of events, tests, and initiations for the purpose of strengthening the light within. When we see our test as a lesson for growth, we stay connected to our hearts, and we grow and become stronger from these lessons. This education teaches us to compare our lessons to others' lessons in order to put everything in its proper perspective. No matter how challenging our lessons are, others around us may be experiencing something more difficult in lessons in life. The 8th law concerns how we view an object, an incident, or an event is our interpretation. It's not good, it's not bad until we interpret it to be so. So when you witness an object, an incident, or an experience in life, it will not take on the energy until you interpret it. This interpretation will be based on your past experiences. You will look at a situation, then compare it to something that is negative or positive based on the past. When you observe a situation and compare it to something more difficult, the situation at hand seems to look better. This also happens when the opposite of a situation is occurring. When we look at a situation, then compare it to something that feels and looks better, then the situation at hand is going to look worse. So the key here is that nothing is good or bad until you relate it to something else. Within this law, we find that all things are relative to each other. All the laws are relative to each other and interconnected and really are all one. There is no bad or good or right or wrong until you compare it to something else. So the law of relativity is used properly. Understanding the law will assist you in flowing through life effortlessly. Yeah. One example is this law in motion is if you see someone and decide that they do something better than you, then you also have to see that you do things that are better than others. More commonly, you interpret that somebody has mastered something you cannot do yourself. And you interpret that this makes you look bad at, it makes you look bad at it. In doing this, you are looking at the surface level, and in this case, the law is working against you. So that in itself, okay, so you and somebody else, so you guys are both doing something. They happen to be a little bit more skilled at it, either through nature or just practice, because again, nobody is born perfect at anything. So it's either something that their own nature and environment had kind of got them ready for, or something that they had actively decided they wanted to practice. And they might have a more set talent than yours. It doesn't mean that you are bad, but it also shows you that you have the ability to compare based on experiences, and that you have done this with others in your life. So instead of seeing this person as better than you, or that you are somehow inferior, see how you can twist this and make this work in your favor to expand you on to more things. So instead, if you look at the same situation, Instead, if you look at the same situation and see that somebody else has mastered something, and focus on something in life that you have mastered and see it in this way, you will build your own self-esteem. You will see how special you are and how you are consciously aware of the best that you can be, and that you are the best that you can be. If you interpret this law of relativity as a lesson, which it appears to be a problem, then these are the two possible reactions that you'll get. The victim reaction and the growth reaction. Those in itself are an opportunity for growth or restriction. So are you going to choose to be a victim of it, or are you going to choose to grow from it? And if you grow, how are you going to do so? Okay, so if you use the law of relativity to compare things that are going on around you, and you respond to the victim, and you respond as a victim, such as, why me? This stuff always happens to me. I'm always shorter, slower, underpaid. And then you have to choose to down your spiritual growth. And on the other hand, if you choose to use the law of relativity, seeing a situation in your life as a starting point in your life, meaning you choose to interpret it from a more positive place, such as, I may not be where you are, but I'm still learning. I may slow down, but I may be slow, but I will get faster. This law has shown me I'm not where I want to be yet. When I do get there, I will have spiritually grown. And if you do choose to use the law of relativity in this way, then the law will guide you with ease. You will be conscious that you do have a choice. This law shows you comparison that will make you aware that things in life are in constant motion, change, and that you can move your journey quickly and more productively. So each one of us is on a journey, and the lessons that will be unique to our own path and growth. This law suggests that we look at comparisons, but it is spiritual growth when we see the comparisons as lessons and not good or bad or more or less. It is about the interpretation of the comparisons. Make sure it's in the eyes of the interpretation you're looking through and not the eyes of judgments. Let me see if there's any more about this. All right. I'll see you tomorrow for the 10th law. Are you ready for your spirit message? Here's one. It's going to be a long love letter from Spirit. And I love doing these. All right. What do they want you to know? What do you need to hear right now? This is from a loved one or from a guide. So your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms, and be grateful and praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. Sorry. All right. When you plead and beg, that will only bring you more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith of a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Meditation is a way to become empty so that you will be ready and you'll be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen to you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening attentively to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. And on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story. Why am I so tired? So it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So get to the answers that you seek. You must get. So to get to the answers you seek, you need to get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that Spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories. They're like blueprints for co-creation. So tell one that we know to be true about you. A story of courage, gratitude, honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You'll experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories that you're proud of. A rigid tree breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when being faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to Spirit, who knows that it's in your highest good and can deliver it to you. Deliver to you what you need in the appropriate form. So in this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way working out, be a little looser and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you learn new ways of doing and seeing. Stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map, and let it. Be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. And in the end, you will still be rooted in the world and in abundance, and you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. Spirit really does love you. What you are manifesting is coming into fruition, but it might come in unexpected ways, and it might take you to unexpected places. So how the heck is this what you manifested? Well, it's the vibration. You're attracting the vibration that you were putting out. So when you're putting something out, it is so important to check out the intentional vibration. And even more so under that, the unintentional connection. I hope this made sense, and I hope that you enjoyed the message. All right, so here's the thing. You literally can do anything in the world. You really can, and I know that sounds trite, and you've heard it a million times, and it really doesn't have any meaning. Part of your life purpose is involving energy work. So what does this mean if I just said that? Meaning, I don't care if you are this grand master architect of, I don't care if you're a rocket scientist, a brain surgeon, I don't care if you work in maintenance, I don't care if you do any kind of job out there. An oceanographer, that'd be super cool. Anyway, part of your purpose in here, in this incarnation and in this life, despite any actual job that you may have, I want you to know part of your purpose on this planet is also a very spiritual purpose, which can be infused on your path. And I do not care what your faith or beliefs are. But if you found your beautiful way across this, chances are you're going through some sort of an awakening and dark night of the soul. I really want you to watch this till the end. So let's look at this card right here. Yeah, I know I have a lot of cards. If you're new to the channel, this sometimes happens. You need to take life a little bit more easy on yourself. And I know that we're in this age of grind and work your butt off. Trust me, I'm part of it. I get it. But you also need to learn to make time to just sing your own tune. Be your own person. Let existence be a reward of yourself, and know that part of your energy healing is energy balancing, and you have the ability to step away from the hustle and bustle of life and find your center, balance, and find your tune again. So this is bringing about the law of attraction, which it does require you to be very centered and grounded with it, because whatever energy you are putting out, you are going to have mirrored back to you, and it's coming back to you right now. So this, what I'm seeing in here, what have you been putting out? It seems like some of you are really anxious in hearing about it. It's like, may you have the day you deserve, or hearing even the word omen. It always has like a sense of anxiety around it for some people, but this is saying you need to stop seeing yourself in a light of worry, as if you can't handle life that's happening for you. What's occurring in your life, which based on the cards that I'm looking at, and also the Daily Tarot Oracle for June 15th, 2022, please go watch that. It's on my YouTube channel. It was talking about this. You are experiencing some sort of break in your life. This could be crumbling, something just not going right. But Spirit's kind of telling you, you gotta let this crumble. And you have to trust yourself as this is crumbling. Why? Well, first off, this is meant to crumble. A part of your life, if you found your way across this, has to die off. Figuratively. But it's gonna be met with another blessing. Whatever is being taken, out of your experience in life is going to be replaced with something that is your vibration. And I don't want you to think that it's some sort of settling for less on either part. I don't think that this is person oriented. I see that this is life purpose and mission, and could even be career going on. You have to be completely honest with yourself and what it is that you're putting out. So the fact that only love is at the end, I kind of feel like you are this very affectionate and very emotional younger person, and a lot of disappointments and misgivings on other people, from other people, have probably given you an air of hardness throughout the years, and it seems like you always have some sort of a shell going on around you. So the being honest with yourself is recognizing that that part is still very much inside of you, and that part of you wants to come out and wants to be expressed now, wants to be open, vulnerable, and loving, but you're not willing to give up the hardness that you've experienced over the years. So how can you find a middle ground with that? How can you be this beautiful, loving, and compassionate with a sense of innocence about it, and still have this even curtness and toughness and boundaries? That's going to be a dance that you yourself learn how to walk. But you will be able to meet it in the middle. And there's huge blessings on the other side of that. All right, so I didn't see the, I saw the 8 of Cups. That was at the end of it, but I didn't take it out, and now I can't find it again, but it's still standing out in my mind. So if you find your way across this, something in your life, some sort of a connection has lost a lot of passion, lost a lot of love, and it seems like everybody just got emotionally messy, and it feels like there's no communication. It feels like nobody's even hearing each other, even if they are talking. It's like deliberate misunderstandings on this. And what I see here is you have to look at this connection and reevaluate, is this what you want? This could be somebody who's already out of your life, or somebody who you had a huge falling out with, but some part of you is still clinging to that. The passion is gone. It doesn't mean, just because some relationships lose passion, it doesn't mean that the relationship is over. It means that you guys are at a certain point and you guys will come back together. This, I'm not talking about that. This is, the passion is gone, the connection is gone. You guys, for all intents and purposes, are gone. And this is saying that it got messy and it's not going to start again. And it sounds like you're afraid to move forward and find yourself. I feel like so much of you was either, okay, so this might not be you. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. I just want to say that. But you have put so much into yourself with this relationship. And it feels like you have to start choosing yourself again. This relationship, no matter what you were going to say or do, was not going to work out because you had to find yourself, and you weren't going to find yourself around this person. You had to start choosing yourself. You had lost yourself in them and lost part of your identity. And it's something that you can't get back. So you have to start choosing yourself and finding a new identity of yourself, or for yourself, sorry. And not give all of your power away to another person. That's what I'm seeing here. You can have a wonderful relationship with yourself, with family, friends, lovers in life. You can have all of those relationships, but you have to have your sense of self in this. And also, I see that you're not going to be ready for it until you have this hard truth about yourself for this. I'm not giving you crap. Please don't take this reading as me badgering you. I'm not. When you start to choose yourself and choosing your confidence, your standard, your gifts, and letting those all come to the surface and not shying away from expressing who you authentically are, that's when there's a connection made, and it feels like there's some sort of celebration that's going on. So it looks like there may be a connection lost, and no, you're not going to get it back, and that's fine. But also, you're not going to be ready for another relationship until you learn how to keep your identity within relationships and have them be healthy with that one, not getting lost. And after you discover that, and after you choose yourself and know what you want, then you'll have the celebration, which can be the love. Let me draw one more card. Yeah, then love can grow. Right now it's going to feel like rejection. No, it's not rejection, it's redirection. You deserve to have happy and healthy relationships in your life. This doesn't have to be love. This can be any intimate connection in your life. And intimacy does not always equate to sex. So let's just put that out there. I really hope that this made sense. If you had questions about booking a private reading and seeing what's in store for you, send me a message or an email. It's on the description, the main page. You're not making any decisions. You're not letting yourself make any movement. And this is only making life harder for you. It's only making the challenges add up. So what I'm seeing here is everything is adding up and becoming an unbearable weight in your life. I get it, it sucks, it's horrible. But what I'm seeing in here is it's emotional hoarding because you're over the karma, but you're hanging on to everything for what seems to be the lesson of it. Like, oh, I'm going to keep this in my back pocket so I will never be duped again. But it's not what's happening. You're kind of screwing yourself on this, my dear. You're ready to move on. Let yourself move on. Don't give any energy to the past upsets, to the past breakups. You need to get quiet and do some sort of cocooning in your life. This might look like enjoying some blanket and garbage TV. I don't know if you're like me. I enjoy a good Hallmark movie. I'm going to put that out there. But also, you need to rest. You need to look inward for this. And then you have the King of Swords. After you rest, get your crap together. Show how boss you are. Just stop giving your power right to others. I really like this. The answer you seek isn't going to be in anyone else other than yourself. Does that make sense? All right. So you have wish fulfillment, the desire to move on from the very devil that you know. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. It's after an incredibly hard time of rejection in your life, emotional loss. And I think that if you look back, you'll actually see that that emotional loss that you had suffered, if it's romantic, was codependent, even if it's family. I'm not talking about tragedies like somebody actually died. I'm talking about like the painful, we cannot talk anymore, that. So I see that you're finally able to walk away from it. It was very painful, and it was never going to be fulfilling. This was never going to appreciate you in the way that you needed to be appreciated. It was, for lack of a better set of words right now, it just feels codependent, like fed off of each other's emotional polarities. So I see that you're going to hold back for a little bit. And you're going to focus on getting a lot of the stressors out of your life, because you used to be this amazing and confident and just boisterous being. The fact that you were able to get away from Tweedledum right here, it speaks volumes. You escaped. You totally escaped. But also, take what you've learned from them. Oh, there's another card behind it. There was a lot of secrets in that connection, wasn't there? A lot that needs to come to the surface. And you're actually seeing who's loyal to you in this one. Now, don't be fooled. This doesn't mean that other people aren't going to be coming in, or that other people didn't know and just decided to not help you out in here. It's people, you're seeing who's really active in your life with this, and seeing who is listening to you. So the Lovers is about the major life changes that are going to be coming in after what feels like you've been cast out long enough. Yeah, I do feel like you lost a grand portion of your circle. The only thing I can really say to that is good flippin' riddance. All right, you weren't learning anything from them. It was all advantageous. So in stepping away from them, and after I drop a million cards, what the hecking heck? Okay. How do these want to show up? Okay. So it looks like it's a journey to decompress and be very solid in the choices that you're making in your life. Just cut through all the BS and get to it. And then we have the avoiding another stupid karmic lesson by going back to this crap. You moved on, let yourself move on. There's so many better connections that are waiting for you.